Welcome to Cosmic Kickback, the best place for all like movie, TV show news, everything pop culture, and on this week especially, all things simp culture. With me as always is my co-host Nick.
Hi.
And today guesting we got a very special simp coming on.
Sorry, dude. I didn't
Sorry, that was a slip of the tongue.
We got our friend Elijah, and we're gonna be talking because currently it's I guess all over the media, dudes be simping.
Oh, jeez.
So we're gonna get.
I mean, that and the coronavirus.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit too, because that's gonna come up with something. But before we get into any of that, we're gonna have we have a little bit of movie news to talk about, little things happening here and there. If you want to just skip to whatever, I'll have some timestamps in the description so you can get right into whatever. Okay, so first thing that happened, Nick, what happened?
So Josh and I were like exchanging like Instagram DMs of all this movie news, and we finally have like the first look at the Batman, like Matt Reeves movie, The Batmobile.
Oh yeah,
It actually looks pretty cool. Honestly, it looks like they took an old like Dodge Camaro, like the classic like 70s or 80s one, and kind of just like made a high tech one.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll throw up like photos like right now.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty cool. And I think it looks like a car that's kind of just like put together to look like a Batmobile, just because it's like the first Batman movie, and he's kind of just putting a car together like himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what do you think about it?
Me or Elijah?
I mean, both.
I'm showing Elijah right now, so we gotta hear.
Yeah, it looks like you said, like an old Dodge Challenger or something like that. Which I mean is fine. I don't have an issue with that. It depends on whether or not they continue like the rest of the series and it progressively gets better.
Because the Batmobile's always had like a strange shape to it, whether it's like in like the Michael Keaton one or Bale's Batman. That one was just like a tank.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm actually kind of glad we're not getting into the tank.
Yeah.
Because we got a tank.
That one was cool when I was a kid. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They had like a Lego set and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but I remember, and then we got another tank in Justice League with like Ben Affleck. That he had a tank as well. It was.
I didn't see it.
What about the ones in the
I just
games?
remember seeing that one scene where Batman just like rips the hood off, and he's just like.
Oh yeah, in Arkham Knight there's a tank.
Yeah.
Did you play Arkham Knight?
Yeah, but it's still like kind of shaped like. Okay, well yeah, the third game it transforms into a tank.
It's literally has like
but
a
like
tank level.
I was just playing the first like Arkham Asylum one, and it's actually
Arkham Asylum's like a car.
It's a car.
Yeah. I mean, I actually was very glad to see it's not a tank looking thing. I think it looks really cool. I like how the it looks like the the 60s show, the Adam West Batman.
Oh, the freaking like cloth mask.
Dude, they have have you seen their car though?
No.
Dude, theirs is actually really cool. Like if you look it up real quick, look up 1960s Batmobile. That one is it's obviously tailored to the show, but it just looks so cool because it's like a classic looking car.
Dude, that's what
I'm
cool.
saying. Look at it. I don't know what the actual car model behind it was.
It's probably like
the Jetsons,
like a Cadillac or something. Bro, the Jetsons flew.
Really cool.
Huh?
They had a flying car.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. It looks like it still looks like one.
I think it's like a Cadillac, like roofless car that they kind of just like put like fins on and like took the roof off and all that.
But I got kind of vibes, like a little bit of vibes from that with the new one.
Oh, that's so cool.
The new one looks more like muscly and stuff. I actually really like it.
Imagine how much this is worth.
The old one? Oh, the old one's probably
like
a lot.
Like 50 million, bro.
100,000 at least.
Yeah, it's probably
a couple thou.
For some collectors, I'm sure they pay like whatever.
Yeah.
Dudes be tweaking out there. They be simping over Batmobile cars.
We need to clear up this simp thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. For all you simps listening, and for all you that are wondering if you are a simp, we'll get right into it.
You're questioning your simpality.
Yeah, you don't really know if you're a simp. I feel like if you're a simp, you are in denial. We're gonna help a lot of you guys out.
I agree.
We've have especially Nick here. We all have like our own simp stories.
I have simp stories.
Probably.
I mean, maybe if I think about it. Actually, yeah.
Because if I have one, I know you have one.
Took me 2 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. Next big movie news. Your favorite movie, Nick?
Oh yeah.
No Time to Die. James Bond. You're loving Skyfall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to recommend it for these past 2 movie nights.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. For those of you listening, okay. Next.
Sorry, it's a spam call.
Okay. For those of you listening, we don't have. I wouldn't say it's a thing we do yet because we've only done it twice. But we're trying to do movie nights with like our friends, and every time so far Nick has been like, "Bro, let's watch Skyfall." And I ain't got no like hate against it. It's just like Like I want to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Because I haven't watched.
Oh
any of them.
gosh.
So we should watch-
Which one?
I don't mean like the beginning of.
You mean
James
like
Bond?
No,
in general.
not like
I mean
the
of,
series.
of the new one of like the
Okay.
new
I
series.
I mean, if you want to do that, I have the whole collection.
oh jeez.
Yeah, this dude
All
makes obsessed.
all
with Bond.
freaking. How many movies are they on?
Dude, they probably had like 20.
The
Yeah.
actually this upcoming one, No Time to Die, is the 25th one. It's like Bond 25.
There you go.
So they got like 24 of the past.
Well,
movies.
they obviously have plenty of time to die because it's been delayed.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It was gonna come out next month, April 20th, I think, 420,
Yeah.
and now it's been pushed back to sometime in November because of I guess the coronavirus, right?
Yeah. Some people were like, what's the correlation? But apparently, it's like since it's the worldwide box office, it's gonna affect like the numbers and all that. But pretty much the movie is ready, and they're just not gonna release it until like the I guess everything kind of blows over. So
Cool. My first question: how's that gonna affect the crossover with Fortnite?
Oh
I'm
just
jeez.
I'm waiting for that, dude. I've been getting into Fortnite.
Well, yeah, Nick and I have been grinding that Fort recently.
I know.
If you guys play Fortnite, anyone listening,
Drop your Epic Games.
drop the Epic Games.
Yeah, I will actually add you. I will add you for real. I'm trying to run squads, bro.
Yeah, okay, but we theorized that this whole season of Fortnite is
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah,
Fortnite.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
spy themed, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, James Bond comes out in April," and I was like, "Bro,
That would have been so perfect.
Do you think that was
like,
intentional?
I think it was
Okay.
because they delayed season 1 or like technically
CEO
season
Fortnite?
11.
It's just like
They delayed it so long. Like the seasons usually
yeah, the game
ended-
shut down last year, right?
Yeah,
for
they,
like 3
they turned
days.
it
or
off for a
s-
couple of days, and they reamped with Chapter 2, Season 1. But
Yeah.
that season, usually the seasons last maybe like 60 days, 70, 80, somewhere around there, about a month and a half or so. This one, the last one, lasted like over 100 days, like 120, 130. They delayed it like 3 times.
God.
And so when that happened, people were like, bro, what the hell's going on? And then someone's like, yo, low key, like they delayed it, so then this season would run into when James Bond drops.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo.
That'd have been crazy.
I mean, obviously it's not now, but I feel like they can't do the crossover now. Then it wouldn't make sense for either of them.
Yeah.
So if they do it, it's not gonna happen until November now, and they just wasted this spy season.
That really sucks.
It does suck if that happened. But
And now Deadpool's like the
oh, yeah, he's the secret skin.
yeah.
But let's get back into the actual movie news. Are you disappointed at the movies?
Yeah, I really am because like my mom and I like have been going to Alamo Draft House a lot now, and we pretty much see like 2 to 3 movies like a month, and we were really excited
That's
for this
it?
one because we've been watching the
gosh.
new Daniel Craig one like
Yeah.
Mhm.
consistently, and then like she sent me like what's it called?
The news article.
She didn't send me the news. She didn't know. I told her that it was canceled, but she was like, "Oh, like I'm gonna get tickets for it like
And you were
early
like,
on," and then I was like, "Oh, like it got canceled," and she was like,
oh.
"What?"
You were like, nah, bruh. And she was
I'm so disappointed. It would have been so cool to have like the Fortnite skin too, because like in the trailer, I'm pretty sure it's like during the final act, he has like a freaking like MP5 and like these gloves and like the whole like it's like a classic James Bond fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fit.
I think I'd be more disappointed if I was more in tune with the movies like you.
Mhm.
I'm still disappointed.
That's
'cause
like Endgame being like pushed for like
it's that
like
big.
6 months back, dude.
Okay, all right. I can
Because like
see.
Daniel Craig, like you say, not that into it, he's probably like one
it's
of
his last movie, right?
yeah,
James
and
Bond.
he's like top 3 Bonds for me, bro.
Mhm.
Like Sean Connery and Roger Moore were really good.
Speaking of top 10 Bonds, Nick's gonna do top 10 baddies soon.
Oh gosh.
Sure.
Another one.
No,
Is that what you want?
That's what Nick's been discussing. We're gonna have a top 10 baddies.
Add that to the
soon.
list.
We'll do that on the astrology episode
Okay.
coming up.
How does that even
Okay.
correlate?
Because we were talking about astrology with Michael, and then when we were playing Fortnite, by the way,
Yeah.
we were on
Okay.
Xbox, and we were talking about astrology at some point, and
It's because
then we just started
astrology.
talking about baddies.
That's
Speaking
I,
of baddies.
yeah.
I
Well, I
thought you
mean,
were-
Ana de Armas is in the new Bond movie.
Yeah, that's
And
what
I was
that's
excited
how
to
I
see
led
her.
into this because Nick was like, bro. But anyway, we're gonna. Should we do just straight top 10 baddies or top 10 like Bond chicks? Both.
Oh, for Bond chicks, you'd have to watch it all, dude.
Oh, I know that's what I was gonna say. Also, I'm kind of it's a blessing in disguise for me because now I have a lot of time to watch the Bond movies. I can watch all the Daniel Craig ones in time. I can be ready. Then I can even watch some of the classic ones.
Yeah, if you want to get like nuances from the new like Daniel Craig movies, you should watch the old ones because you'd be like, oh shit, like that's the car.
Well, I could if I
like,
wanted.
oh shit,
now.
that's cute.
I got months.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, November's like half a year away.
I know. I mean, we got time to do it.
That's
so-
probably like the longest time. Like, I mean, I know movies get delayed, but it's always just like 3 or like 4 months, but like half a year, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know.
what the fuck? You think they just gave themselves more time than usual just because like they don't know if the virus is gonna blow over?
I mean, because okay, well, even if the virus doesn't blow over, Oh, it's going to. Like, it's just like the media has everyone like tweaking right now.
It's just like dudes dying.
So like, but the way everything in the media is, stuff gets blown over like very quickly. Like everybody was crying. Like I'm not gonna use that example. Everybody like, let's say.
Basically, like the same thing kind of happened with the swine flu.
Yeah. Like
Honestly.
with flus, people freak out for something and then it goes away, or even with like all news, like 2 weeks ago, whatever the big headline for that week was, no one remembers it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff's the big news at that moment, and then it always moves very quick. Stuff gets swooped out of the press very fast. So I feel like they're like, oh, we can't just delay it by a month. Like they'll be like, what the heck? Like it's still kind of close, so they're like, let's just push it to the end of the year.
Yeah.
I guess, but is there any other movies coming out in November to have to compete with now? Because I think next month is like pretty wide open in terms of like movies, so they would have had a pretty easy month with like no competition.
Let me see.
Nick is currently looking it up. I'm gonna look up April. What do you think, Elijah? Aren't you a fan of the movies?
I mean, I've seen like 1 or 2 of them. That's about it.
So you're just like chilling?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Disney movie coming out.
Yeah, Nick. Nothing really comes out April 2020. Like,
Bro, what about Timmy?
Timmy. Oh, Timmy Failure on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Timmy.
Thought you were about to talk about Timmy Thick, bro.
Stop.
He's getting his own movie.
Oh no. But I mean, I'm kind of cool with it just because I can watch all the movies until then. I got time to watch it now. Now I'm not rushing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm not getting really anything. These websites aren't helping me out.
Dude, it sucks that it's pushed. Cause like looking at all the 4 past films, it's always like the even number films have like been kind of eh. Like Spectre was the 4th one, and that one was like, it was so boring, honestly.
It was boring?
Yeah, and Christopher Waltz is in it, and he's like a really good actor, but like it was kind of a waste of potential. But like the first one is really good, and the third one, which is Skyfall, is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so like No Time to Die would be the 5th one. So that's like all the pretty much odd number movies have been really
So
really
it'd be
good. Yeah, I mean based on the statistics.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait on that. Hopefully by then, I'm caught up and we can do a James Bond episode. We'll have top 10 Bond movies. We'll have top 10 Bond baddies. Brought to you by Nick.
And Michael.
We'll have Michael on it. We gotta have Mike. Michael's like the baddie connoisseur.
Does Michael even watch like James Bond movies? I feel like he would though. Honestly,
He probably. I think he's probably seen a couple of them, and even if he doesn't, he definitely knows the baddies. Like,
oh my god,
this dude's a connoisseur of like females. I'm serious, bro. I'm giving him some props. Shout out Michael.
There your props, Michael.
And for other movie news, we got some casting news.
Oh yeah.
For a very famous movie coming up. What is it coming out next year? 2021.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right. A lot of the Marvel stuff is taking like a year off for the TV shows, but Christian Bale is casted to play the unnamed villain in Thor: Love and Thunder, which is the 4th movie in
Shout out G
in
Film.
Thor's saga.
So, it's his first Marvel movie.
Yeah.
He was Batman. Now he's. Who do you think he's gonna be?
I don't know, dude.
Do you have any ideas?
Could be what's his name? Beta Ray Bill.
I heard some people call for that, but Beta Ray Bill in the first like thing in the comics, him and Thor they fight and they end up being friends. So like that'd be cool, but if main villain, they can't make him the main villain if that's who he's gonna be. So I'm curious to know who he's gonna be. One report I saw before because I saw a couple weeks back there was rumors that he might be cast in the movie. It wasn't confirmed if he was gonna be the main villain, but they were like, oh, he might be cast in the movie. And the one rumor was that he would play some intergalactic character, so something space related.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who or what that would be. I'm sure other people that know more stuff about all that they're gonna have their theories, and then they're gonna do their Photoshop skills and make him look like people, and then we'll get more of that in the next coming days.
Yeah.
But I saw
Wasn't Beta Ray Bill like a freaking what is
he's
he?
like a horse like looking thing.
Yeah, because I see the comics.
really
Like, is that a
weird looking.
crocodile?
I don't think Elijah knows what that dude looks like.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you want to see a picture of him, Elijah?
Sure.
Just imagine like a horse person in like Thor's armor.
Yeah, he kind of bad though.
What, like a centaur?
Nah,
Sorta.
he has his own special hammer, bro.
I hope
pretty
he's
much
like
the horse version of Thor.
I hope he's like a one movie thing though, because like I think really good actors should just play like
gosh.
one like
What the heck?
like a one time role.
So
in
legit,
MCU.
it is actually just a horse.
I don't think he's called a horse. Like he's not like a horse. He's like an alien, but his head is similar to like the snout of a horse.
Okay.
Is he? Oh my god, dude!
He
It looks like a burn victim horse.
a burn victim horse.
Yeah.
A skinless horse.
Here's how he was first drawn.
Oh my god, why is he so buff too?
Because he's like Thor, bro.
Dude.
Is he just like his copy?
Yeah, he's like
Is he the main antagonist or not?
he was in the first time he pulled up. He was, but then Thor realized he was chill because he was able to pick up his hammer.
Oh.
So he's worthy.
Okay.
So he's chill.
So why do they end up becoming enemies? And if like they're just two like
I think
good worthy
I think
dudes?
it's what happened is, and I could be wrong because I usually am, but I think the reason why they fought in the first place is because that
Do you want to join the reading?
What?
What?
I'm laughing because we got radio playing in the background.
I'll be right back. Keep going.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna cut this part out. I'm gonna start from here.
Yeah.
So I think his first appearance, he was like a. I think they fought because they were like forced to or something. It was similar.
Like a gladiator war
It
or
was
something.
it was like that. I think I could be wrong. It could have been, but I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. And I think that's they were forced to fight or whatever, and then they found they were chilling, and they're friends now. That's how it is. It's like you and Jaden.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, any other news then, Nick?
Well, if you guys really want to see No Time to Die, Alamo Draft House is showing
Oh, you're gonna talk about that?
the even bigger international man of mystery, which is Austin Powers,
Yes.
which is I think is a great substitute.
Yeah, Elijah.
Those movies are funny. As
All the show times that Alamo Draft House had prepared for the new James Bond film,
Mhm.
since it's been delayed, they're now going to Austin Powers. He's coming back to theaters.
I've never seen it.
Oh my god. Bro, we gotta get Elijah at the movie nights, bro. Alright. I think that's all for movie news. Besides, I did just see something. I don't know if you saw this, but I think somebody, I forget which actor or actress said this, but it was one of them. They confirmed that in Thor: Love and Thunder, that the Guardians of the Galaxy will appear.
Mm-hmm.
So all of them. I don't know who. I guess it'll continue from where we last saw them. So they're gonna probably pull up because Thor was with them. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't think they're probably gonna be like throughout the whole movie because it's a Thor movie. But I think they'll probably pull up maybe like 20 minutes in the beginning, kind of like Doctor Strange and Thor Ragnarok. Maybe
Yeah.
something similar to that, I would guess. So that's interesting. You always love to see it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we get down to the simp, we got one more one more thing to talk about. We got the weekly masturbation check.
Oh yeah.
The weekly nut check on Nick.
Oh my God, no.
So as you guys
Yeah.
as you guys know, last week we had the productivity and self-care episode where we talked about
Dude,
bad,
naked exposed.
we talked about some bad habits that people want to break or ways to break them, different things to help you for productivity and self-care. And one of the things Nick added to the list was, of course, what?
The thing everybody struggles with.
Well,
Well, I don't say everybody
something
does.
most males may struggle with.
I agree.
I would say I don't struggle with it. I don't know about Elijah. You weren't on this episode. What do you
I
have to say?
wasn't.
What do you have to say?
All
on
I
the matter?
said was that episode was inspiring.
Okay.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually listened to it.
Wait, was
It helps Elijah break his habit.
I agree.
So, Nick, you told us last time you were on a 4-day streak. That episode came out probably like...
Yeah, I was on 10 days, but I broke my streak just because like I wasn't feeling.
So you've already lost the streak.
I broke it.
So you lost it.
Sure.
Well, that's what it is, right?
I mean, I'm on a 1-day streak right now.
So is 1 day even a streak?
24-hour streak.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh.
You count the hours.
Yo. So you're telling me you...
But yeah, I pretty much just did like a hard
You-
reset
you-
because like I didn't.
Hard reset. You
Hard.
call something like that a hard reset?
No, dude, because I was like, man, I'm on day 10 and like I'm not feeling like any different or like happier or more confident. So then I just like busted one. And now I'm just resetting.
So you reset the nut count.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Nick's nut streak has been ended.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep you guys updated weekly throughout this first.
Was it Nick's nut update?
Yeah, the Nick nut update.
But no, I didn't do it just because I was like, oh, like I need a bust, dude. But like, I was just like, oh, dude, like I'm just gonna do it just and restart.
You just.
It wasn't
Well,
out
you
of like,
had
it
the
wasn't out of
choice.
temptation, but out of choice.
You had the choice to just think, dude, nah, like I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I probably
So you
did.
just sat there and you were like, I'm a bust.
And then
Oh gosh.
All right. Well, there's your weekly nut update.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll get you
is
guys
this a
back.
segment?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a segment.
Since we've
now.
done this, we're gonna have to make.
Have
This is
that-
gonna help you stay
Have like
in
a
check.
few news.
Yeah, this is
updates.
gonna hold you
Yeah.
accountable,
We're gonna
basically.
hold you accountable.
Okay.
Weekly updates on the Nick nut.
Mitten.
All
Oh my
right.
God, dude.
So, speaking of nutting, we're gonna speak on the Simps.
I thought we were gonna talk about the coronavirus first.
Well,
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
I
yeah.
mean-
Speaking about the corona, I thought we were just we talked about it a couple episodes ago, and I thought that was just gonna be like.
Well, you
that's
thought it
all,
would,
but
like-
it's recently spread. Like states have
Yeah.
been going into state of emergency and shit, and like
Yeah.
it's becoming a problem, bro. I mean, I'm like,
I'm cooling.
we're a first world country, and like the biggest inconvenience is like it's making our movies be delayed.
Oh yeah,
Let's
that
make
is
it
true.
what?
It's making our movies delayed.
It's like
It's
yeah.
everyone else is like, bro. My
And I feel
son's-
bad for, like,
my
people that
family's
are-
dying, and we're like, fucking Bond is delayed.
I mean, bro, if you think about it, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, it's pretty much like it's a survival of the fittest thing. Like
Yeah, bro, big
older
facts.
people are dying, and like people with weak immune systems are dying. So it's gonna make our world stronger.
Exactly, bro. Get the hell out of here if you're weaker.
And if you have corona,
Oh gosh. Honestly,
it is what it is, yo.
it is what it is.
It is
If
what
you
it
have corona,
is.
then why are you listening to this, bro?
If you have corona, like
They're
if
probably
this
just
is-
like, oh god, a virus with corona.
Well, you have to understand, bro. Like, realistically, any of us could have gotten it because there were incidents in San Antonio where somebody went to a mall, and they had to like spray the whole mall down. It was, I believe it was
Which mall?
North Star.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
somebody.
went to
Oh
the-
no, it was what happened.
No, it was North Star.
Yeah, it was.
Because I was shopping. I wasn't shopping. I was working at my job.
Hey,
Yeah, let me correct. And some dudes were talking about, yeah, we came to Lock Ontario because like North Star is like,
yeah.
we don't want to like go and shop over there. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
We went right next to North Star when we saw a movie together. Remember? Right
Mhm.
after that happened.
Yeah, we saw
And you were
Paris.
like, "Oh, bro, we're like right next to where the corona was," and I'm like, "Bro, we chilling, bro." I live very carefree, so I'm probably extremely ignorant on the subject, and I'm just chilling on it. So
Glad to hear you say that.
exactly, I feel like most people should live their life that way, carefree.
I mean, if
I
there's
mean,
a virus going on, like,
Yeah, but I mean, like realistically, let's
I don't think. I think the main thing is people are like changing the way that they live. But I like you said, for like some people, just continue to do the things that you did before.
yeah.
But not like actively put yourself in a situation where you're going to be exposed more so to it than,
Yeah.
than
Looks
not. You
I
know?
mean, I think a lot of people will do the self-fulfilling prophecy, where which is like a theory where a lot of people will they don't want something to happen, and so they base their entire life off of avoiding that from happening, but they end up causing it to happen
because they're thinking about it so much.
yeah, because they're that happening so frequently, and there's a lot of cases of this happening in real life.
But I don't think with like things that have to deal with like viruses or like sicknesses or anything like that, besides like mental like sicknesses or anything like that, I don't think any of that is really like you can really like apply that to
Yeah.
that, you know?
I mean, like at this point, it's kind of just like, I'm sure anybody that lives in like a first world country, you guys are mostly going to be fine unless you just happen to be unlucky. It is really the word I can say. And the other thing is, statistically, the flu kills more people yearly than Corona has. So like,
I think the main
on
thing
pace
being
now, the flu has killed more people this year than the Corona has this year.
well, I think the thing is they're just not okay. Like, you see how we like combat the flu? I think the problem is like the coronavirus just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Like it's been around, but I think the outbreak of it is what's kind of like scaring people.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's
all the
flus,
media.
yeah, and like I said, the flu's been around for a while as well, you know. But
I think it's straight media, because the media it's always covering it like on everything, giving you all the updates, everything to do, and it's caused people to do ridiculous things, like go out and buy all these hand sanitizers, and like stores are having shortages on this because people are freaking out so much on it. When, like, I don't think there's any need for it to be that crazy. It's like the same thing that happened. This was only happened where we live, though. This didn't happen statewide. Do you remember, like, a year back, everybody was going crazy for the gas because they thought there was going to be a gas shortage. So there was no then they caused the gas shortage because everybody were going to all the gas stations and they were just filling up their cars and then also filling up all these other, like, gallons so they had gas because they thought there was going to be a shortage, but there wasn't. And it was just like, I don't even know why they did that. They caused the issue. So I think it's the same thing because the media made that seem like it was going to be bad. So therefore everybody ran out and they bought all the gas. And for like a week, there was no gas at any of the gas stations where we live.
It's dope, bro.
It's the power of the media, bro. The media pretty much tells people what to fear and what not to fear.
You gotta think for yourself.
I mean, yeah.
Like, half the time when all these, like, big headlines come out, like, you need to do this and do this, like, I usually just kind of sit back and wait and, like, let it pan out. And then, like, after it's like, oh, wait, that was just a hoax. Everyone kind of looks dumb.
You think the corona's a hoax?
No, I don't think it's... No, like, that gas thing or, like...
Yeah, that was stupid. I was so glad. I got so lucky. When that happened, I got gas, like, the day before that happened. So I was chilling for that whole week. And I knew people that were like, bro, like, I can't get gas. Like, there's like 20 cars lined up going down the street just to get into a Valero.
Oh, God.
And then some people just couldn't get it. Then they were out. So then they were like, bro, I can't drive. Like, I'm getting like carpools because I don't have gas. And it's like, bro. Did you have gas back when that happened?
Yeah, I did. I was cool. I'd have gotten it like way before.
Yeah, see, yes. I got lucky as well. I don't think I knew anybody personally that didn't have any, but it was all over like local news. So it's pretty much the same thing is happening, bro. People are like freaking out the corona.
I mean, one of them's a virus that kills people. And the other is just kind of like a life necessity.
You think gas is a life necessity?
Yeah, like something's just like something you buy. The other one's something that can kill you.
I mean, you could die from not having gas, though, Nick.
That sounds like to get food.
Anything could kill you if you think about it. The main point of the matter is that obviously people are dying from it and it's spreading, and I think it's mostly because people are too ignorant, you know? Like some people, I've really seen videos of people going out and like licking the floor and stuff and like doing stupid stuff about not caring. It's like, oh, my immune system not weak, bro. And it's just like, bro, like, why are you gonna do this stuff?
You know what? It's actually like that thing with the ice cream.
Oh, and they would lick the ice cream. Dude, if I saw someone doing that at HEB, that would fucking...
That was so stupid, bro. The thing where they, like, put their hand in it?
Yeah.
But, I mean, my thing is, like I said, it's just, like, in terms of, like, sanitation and stuff, I mean, I guess just continue to do what you're doing, make sure you wash your hands and stuff like that.
Nothing's clean out there.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, people are buying hand sanitizer, and I get that it's good to, like, at least feel safe with that, but, like, hand sanitizer kills bacteria, not viruses.
But I mean, you want to keep your hands clean, Nick. Like,
I mean, yeah, regardless, but like...
That's how it spreads. It spreads through...
like coughing and liquids and stuff.
Like getting something in your hands and then like itching your nose or itching your eyes or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why they want the hand sanitizer. Like wash your hands, sanitize your hands, all that. Come on, Nick, don't be ignorant, bro.
I mean, I'm chilling. I'm still alive. How many people have died from the corona?
Long,
it's 1 40,000.
Huh?
Like, I'm 1 in 40,000.
Oh.
I'm still alive.
Okay, so 40,000 people have died?
No, I'm not sure. I'm just throwing a big number out there.
I think, I don't remember, but I know for a fact that, like, if you look it up, I'm not going to look it up, but I know the number is high and it has increased.
I can look it up real quick.
But at the same, you're going to look it up? Okay.
Yeah.
But I know that, what the hell, bro? My bad. I know it's like, the flu numbers, that's how I keep bringing it up, is a higher number than what the corona is. So I think, and no one really cares about the flu because the media is not covering the flu. Like they don't.
Well, I mean,
don't care about it.
The problem. No, the thing is, the biggest issue, at least from my perspective, is that the flu. Right, we have basically what do they call them? Vaccines for the flu.
Yeah, the flu shot.
But we don't have vaccines for the coronavirus. I think that's why people are like a bit like panicked as well because, I mean.
Do they have a vaccine already? I swear
they might by this point they do. But I mean,
I saw recently.
but it's not a common thing though. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, like not everybody has easy access to a coronavirus. Like,
you could say the same thing for the flu, though. I'm sure people don't have
The
easy
flu
access
shot.
to the flu shot.
bruh, the
Other
flu shot.
I got mine like 2 months
Well, yeah,
ago.
in there.
Like
I
for
guess.
our country, it is easy. I'll say
Yeah.
that. But I'd say for worldwide, like where it first started spreading, I don't know how it is over there. I don't know if they have easy flu shots. Like, bro, they give flu shots at freaking Walgreens and crap like that.
Yeah.
So we easily have access. I won't argue that. But I think other countries, I'm not sure about.
Mm-hmm.
So did you look up the number, Nick?
I can't get the exact number.
All right, cool.
I'm just like scrolling through articles, bro.
All right. Well, are we? Is there anything else to speak on the virus, Nick?
Not really.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
Well,
if you're
you
s-
said Nick, and I answered too.
If
That's
you're
weird.
sick, like,
Yeah.
don't go outside and stuff, because if you have a weakened immune system, like, you're gonna be more vulnerable and all that.
Yeah. Speaking of things spreading like a virus, we got the simp.
Oh.
Simp culture is
yo,
disgusting.
The way that y'all transition is wild.
Dude,
That's absolutely wild.
The
We
simps
take two
are
polar
spreading.
opposite topics and put them
Yeah.
together in the title, and
The
people are
way
just
that
like,
the corona has taken over the world recently, and this is the way simps are taking over right now.
people simping
We
over
have
it.
simps all over the place. You're simp in the chat if you want, but we might even know people personally in our own lives that are fallen victim to this simp culture.
I didn't even was aware about the word until like probably the middle of last year.
The middle of last year?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't even know about this word until like a month ago.
I
Yeah.
just heard this word like within the last month or so. Like, so you're saying you knew about this word like July,
Or maybe the end of, like,
July of 2019?
The end of 2019. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
I think it was like December when I first heard of it. Maybe January.
Yeah.
So it's a relatively new term, but how would you describe a simp, Elijah?
I guess
You're the expert here.
I am not an expert.
That's what we got you on.
Nah.
People want to hear from you.
Okay. I think a simp is just basically a person that bends over backwards, like figuratively.
So not literally.
Not literally.
Okay, they ain't bending it back.
Yeah. Just
Go back.
to go after like a girl or something like that.
So they have a crush on a girl.
Yeah.
They want her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're just doing like way too much.
They're
Like,
going over the top.
yeah, basically.
Okay. What do you think, Nick?
I think it's like anyone who would like compromise their like character and like values or like stuff they normally wouldn't do for somebody.
Yeah.
Like
That sounds good.
drive to El Paso for one day. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I've driven to El Paso like 4 times, like there and back. It's a long ass road trip, and I wouldn't even go there just for one day.
Okay.
For
Alright.
somebody.
For somebody. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very specific
I mean-
situation just came to mind. But
So you're pretty much saying you wouldn't go on a far road trip for somebody just for like a
yeah,
short
or
amount
if
of
someone's
time.
just like, can you pay my bills for me? Like if I just got a girlfriend, she'd be like, can you pay my bills for me? It's like $1,000. I'd be like, no. What the fuck? I don't know, dude. Some shit like that where it's just like it's such a big task, and like I don't know the girl that well, or like
They are just
I
started.
normally
dating,
wouldn't do
yeah.
it. Yeah. Like obviously if that was like my fiance, I would do it, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's different levels to it.
Yeah.
I think I would say someone is definitely a simp if it's over a chick that they're not even in a relationship with or have a relationship with. It's someone they just don't even know.
it's like dudes that donate like $500
That's what I'm saying.
in a
Yeah.
live stream
That's
chat.
the number one simp right there. The next simps coming up are the ones that they know the person in real life and they're just constantly complimenting them, doing whatever for them, and the girl
Yeah.
realizes it and they kind of just take advantage of it. It's kind
Mhm.
It's pretty much like being a kiss ass.
of you hate to see it, but it's how it is.
I think it's like kiss ass is just
Yeah.
taking a new word.
I
as
mean,
simp.
there's always been people like this. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
like now there's finally like a
A term for it.
yeah, I
I
guess.
guess.
I mean, you could call them other stuff, but this is like a
I think
term that I
the
guess
first word of
people
it was
are-
like a cuck.
I guess, yeah.
Because I remember like 2018, 2019, like I would always just call dudes cuck. Or we would joke in my group of friends, you're like, bro, you're a cuck. Like you cucking for this girl. And then like we get this word and we're like, oh, it's
like,
so much
you-
funnier.
Bro, you simping for this girl, bro.
yeah.
Where do you think the term originated from? Because I mean, obviously, simp is like term for like
Let's
the
ask Google,
shortened
bro.
I thought it was shortened
abbreviation
from,
for simple.
and that's what I thought. That's
Like
what
maybe
I
they're
assumed.
simple-minded. I don't know.
That's what I assumed, and I don't know where it originated from, but we're gonna dive deep down into the history right here. We're going on UrbanDictionary.com.
Oh, that is true.
You guys are right. It's origin from English language, it means simpleton or simp.
Oh, there we go. I remember that. In
Early
school.
20th century.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna read what it says on Urban Dictionary. So we have a good definition. It says, a man that puts himself in a subservient / submission position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. That's an on the dot. Good definition.
It's a good definition.
Okay, I would agree with that definition.
I agree with that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simpleton, yeah, I guess it comes from that, but not in the sense that like it's someone that's like, oh, like, you're stupid, but like, I don't know. It's like slang. You give it its own meaning.
Yeah, it's definitely slang. Like people, if I told my mom like my dad's a simp, like they're gonna be like, what? They're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about.
Boomers don't know.
Yeah.
This is like freaking it's just like a new like era of language. Just like on the 60s, there's like
It's so weird whenever there's new terms and stuff that comes
Yeah.
out. Because anytime I sit there and think like, yeah, I gotta make a new word, and I'm like, all the words are invented.
Like cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually slang that's invented nowadays.
Or at least for our generation, I would say.
Yeah. The last new word I think that came out was when people started saying like, oh, selfie. You know?
selfie.
No,
So-
but that got added to the Oxford Dictionary a couple years back. I remember.
Oh
seeing
yeah,
it
they're starting to add slang.
Because like back in no one said that in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, no one said
They
that.
said talkies, maybe like movies that had like sound.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
like walkie-talkies.
Nick talkies, dude. That shit's
Yeah.
like fucking back. I know walkie-talkie. Nick's talking about they used to call movies of sound talkies.
Yeah.
Like, that's like back
wow.
in like the
Okay.
fucking like 20s or 30s or something.
Y'all trying to
I'm
see a
just trying to
talkie?
think. I'm trying to go back,
Yeah,
because like when people just started adding names to shit.
but now they just call them movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they move.
I wonder if that was like originally like a slang term. Just like y'all trying to see a movie?
Trying to
It's
see a
like,
talkie.
It's like who?
But now
Yeah,
a
it's like,
talkie is now like a freaking
Yeah.
hot shit.
Okay, so let's get back on the track of the simp.
Jeez.
So, I wanna hear from both of you guys. Like, have you ever simped before? Like, cause I feel like most people have simped at some point in their life, especially now that this term has just came out. Beforehand, you might look back and be like, "Yo, I was low-key simping." Like,
Yeah.
Is this
before
gonna be the
was-
Instagram clip?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll
Our
see.
friend, we were once Simps. What's it
I think-
called? Recovered
yo,
Simps.
Honestly, what me and you were talking about in the car before we
Simps
got here, I
Anonymous.
think that's a good point to make also.
Okay.
What'd you
but-
say?
I was like, yo, like I think most people like at the start of like a relationship are simps. Like honestly, no. Like realistically speaking, like a lot of people do so much extra stuff at the start of the relationship to make sure that they're still together with the person. You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like getting in a relationship changes you, but if it changes you in a way where it's just like you become a totally different person, your friends are just like, you changed. Like,
Well, I mean, they're gonna say that irregardless,
yeah, I don't know.
but it just depends on how you feel about
I think
it.
at the beginning of a relationship, I've always been in like a honeymoon phase where everything's
And that's
so,
what I was
like,
saying, yeah.
perfect. And
I
then,
think
like,
that honeymoon phase is just like the simp phase.
after like 3 weeks,
Oh god.
It really is. I would like to think it is.
I mean, I guess when I was dating my past girlfriend, this other couple like that we were both friends with got together, and then like we were supposed to have a movie night, and then it took like 2 hours to like show up, dude, because they were just like, oh, we were like at Cane's and like hospitality
Sounds
time
like
and
Cody
shit,
type.
and like we already passed the simp phase, as
Dude,
you
who the
would
hell
call
is
it.
this?
You want to name drop?
Don't name
If you
drop.
want to, because I don't
Just
know who the fuck this is.
Indirectly, I'm sure you could probably like.
Is this someone I know?
It's all right. The name starts with a V,
Oh, okay.
and you know his
M?
girlfriend. Yeah, an M.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
But yeah, they took
2
like
hours.
It took 2 hours to show up to like the movie night thing, and like Monique and I already passed like the.
Dude, I would just say don't even fucking come at this point. God, I'm like, not to be
Yeah.
like 2 hours.
That's a
the
fucking movie.
could have been done by now.
Yeah. But,
Wait, y'all went to the movie theater?
No, it was
Had a
like
movie
it was
night.
at her house.
Otherwise,
Okay.
Imagine you're
Well,
chilling.
dude, well that happens to us all the time though.
No, but like. it
Like,
was supposed to
realistically, that
no,
does
but
happen to
it's
us.
different, like on double dates though, because with us, like we're all such close friends that like we all know each other's flaws and stuff like that. With this, it's two people making a commitment to another two people to have a double date at a certain time. I can get it being late, but 2 hours is ridiculous for a planned event that's just two people, especially when they're just getting food.
I know.
It's still ridiculous if it were like one of our friends is 2 hours late. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised for one of our friends if they were that late.
Or more than one at least at this point.
But if let's say I made a plan with like Jane and his new girlfriend, and let's say I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll use the same one because I think it's unfair to say let's go meet somewhere because that's different. But if I say like, hey, you guys want to pull up at my house around like 6, we'll watch a movie. If they don't get there till 8, like I think that's kind of stretching it.
Yeah.
Like I'd be annoyed.
I would have just. I was like.
I would have put on the movie myself, and I would have just been like, "Yo, you guys can just hang out with yourselves. We'll do this another time."
I was
that's
just
what
like,
I would do. Like no hate or no pettiness about it. Like I just think that's just how it is.
Yeah, it was annoying because like I was already out of like the honeymoon phase,
The
and like we
simp
were
phase.
just like, what the hell, dude? Like this is so stupid.
Nick, what was your hardest simp on your last girlfriend?
I'll talk about my first girlfriend because I definitely did a big simp move.
So you simped hard on the first one, but not the second one.
Yeah, because that was my first girlfriend, so I was.
So
just
you was just simping like day and night.
Yeah.
I feel like
Day and night. Oh gosh.
No, the big one was after we'd broken up. I was just like texting her, and she lives like near the area, and at the time I didn't have a car, so like at freaking like 11 p.m. at night, I ended up just like biking to her house the whole way, like past Brandeis and shit. Bro, I fucking biked.
For what?
I think just like to talk to her or some shit, and I thought we were gonna get back together. We didn't.
She have a
honestly
car?
Huh?
Does she have a car?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
She would have picked me up.
If
Yeah.
she had a car, I was about to say like, bro, come on, Nick.
No,
Okay.
that would have been stupid. If she was just like,
That
how
would've
about
been-
you bike to me?
That would have been really funny.
No, but yeah, I was just very naive, and I was a simpleton. But yeah, I was.
Yeah, now that
I think I biked like 4 miles, bro. Like past Brandeis, like the Hunter's Chase.
Yeah.
That's where she used to live.
Okay.
And I biked. I mean, I probably got a good workout. But like,
That is true. Yeah, you think
this
that,
at
that was the
11?
only good thing that
Yeah.
happened.
You
there.
did this at 11 p.m.
Yeah, it was dark as shit. Like past Brandeis, like past the library, when you take
Yeah.
a right, there's like that long road with
Yeah.
dark. Dude, I went down that on my bike, and I was fucking scared, dude. I was
Dude. I don't know. I don't think I would ever do that, Nick. God damn.
yeah.
yeah, that's.
I mean, like I said, I'm proud to say it happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, that can like, at least
Cross that off your list.
No, just like if I did it now, I'd be like, y'all probably roast me because you're like, bro.
No,
what
that's
the
the
fuck?
same thing as driving like an hour or 2 hours to like.
Oh
go to
yeah, okay. I
somebody's-
guess
It equates to that.
it doesn't
guess,
make a
yeah.
difference because I was
Yeah.
younger. I didn't drive. But yeah, that was my moment.
Okay.
I'm not proud of it, but
How
I'm
about
glad.
you, Elijah?
I think for me, only time probably would have been when I bought flowers, and you spoke about it like the last time on like the last podcast a little bit.
Just
On the
buying
Valentine's
flowers.
Yeah. What?
Just buying flowers.
No, what happened was I bought flowers for somebody, but then I found out that they already had a date, and I should have just never even bought the flowers.
Damn.
So, I mean, I like, because at that rate, I spent my own money that I worked for, so it was kind of like a huge L on my side. I mean, obviously the flowers weren't that expensive, but like,
Should have just given them to your mom or something.
I mean, I did afterwards.
Dang.
But
It's an alpha move.
huh?
It's an alpha move.
Yeah. But I mean, still, I would have rather not spend any money at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
All right, Josh.
I'm trying to think. While you guys were speaking, I was trying to think on like the biggest something I've ever done.
I just had like a short one. Honestly, if I thought for my last relationship, there probably is one. I just can't really bring it to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give me examples, I could probably just be, oh yeah, well yeah, I've done that one time.
Yeah.
But like buying flowers and stuff, I've done that because I wanted to. And like,
I mean, I think it's like I think just giving like flowers, like just to be nice for your girlfriend, isn't.
yeah, like I
nice.
genuinely love the person that like I'll give you flowers.
Yeah. I mean, like I think there's levels to the simp thing, like I was saying earlier.
We need to be the first to make an infographic
Like a
of this thing,
bracket.
dude. We need to
Yeah.
become like
Bro,
the
we
founders
honestly
in
can.
science.
Well, because like what I'm saying is like, I think you can simp for someone you're dating, like Elijah was saying earlier. But I think it doesn't. I think at a certain point, like things you do for them, like that can't be called simping. Because then at that point, it's like, dude, I'm just being a boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean? Like at a certain point, that like it's like how like for example, if I'm dating somebody, and we've been dating for like at least a year, and then I decide like, oh, like I'm gonna like get them something nice because they've been like having like a tough time. I'm gonna make them dinner and like do this something nice like out of the kindness of my heart. And then my friends are just like, oh bro, you simping that hard, dog? I would be like, bro, like it's my girlfriend for like a year. Like they've been like having like a hard time recently. Like I don't see what the issue is. Maybe if it was a chick I'm not dating, like that I'm not in love with, like a random girl. I've only known them for a couple months, and then I'm like, damn, they've been having a hard time.
Yeah.
Like if it was something like that, I could see it. But if I've been dating this person for a while, it's like, bruh, come on. Like
A lot of people just like use the term frilly like
they use it on like anything.
incorrectly. Yeah.
That's
why we need to clarify
That's
it.
how I see it.
I think a simp is like, dude, like if you got a tattoo of like a girl that you're dating for a week on your arm, like that's
God,
big simp, dude.
That's hard simp, bro. God.
That's hard simp, dude. But if you got like just like gave your girl flowers out of nowhere, that's nice.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah, I think honestly most of the time I'd say like the girlfriend boyfriend relationship for the most part, if it's like a mutual one and it's like good and then you've been dating for a while, I don't think you can really clarify most, like pretty much any of it as being simp. I think if you've been only dating for a little bit, or it's obvious
Like less than a month.
or it's obvious that the other person is like low-key not feeling it as much, then it's like, okay, yeah. You simping. That's how I think it is.
Sorry, I just saw a meme where it's like what people think simps mean, like the word simp means. It's like what it actually means. And it's like, you ever seen that Phineas and Ferb episode? Like Candace gets like squirrels in my pants. It's just like SIMP.
So that's
It's fucking stupid. I like how there's actually news articles on this.
on simp.
Yeah.
Oh god. So yeah,
Dude, the Times
It's
magazine.
a trending word right now.
yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, pull out the Slim Jim, bro.
Oh my gosh, another one.
Hashtag Slim Jim.
Do you carry them shits like all the
Oh,
time?
yo,
No,
Nick.
I only put them in. 'Cause
Speaking-
I'm recording.
Speaking on these things, have you started reading any book?
Try
Have you
again.
started reading any books? Oh gosh.
Well, I'm still reading the book that I was reading previously, which is Pet Sematary. But I honestly think I'm just gonna take a break from reading that, like stop at a good place and then
Nick.
read it.
Oh my god.
Let me finish.
Dude, all the productivity.
Let me finish,
Yeah, I
dude. You guys
know.
need to let me finish.
Okay.
You need to learn patience.
No. Go ahead.
I'll be in the middle of speaking, dude. Just like
Dude, no, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna take a break from that book just because it's like
Is it like what?
it's been like slow for me to get through. And I'm gonna pick up
Ah.
another like small book like that's 100 pages that I've actually really wanted to read. It's called Lord of the Flies, and it's like a book that people read in
Okay.
like high school.
We're
And
gonna,
I really like shorter stories that have like
Mm-hmm.
it would just be a quick read, and I'd be like, okay, I got like my reading confidence back. Like I can probably read faster now, like more efficiently. Then I'll pick up the book I was reading now.
Are you gonna have a book review on it?
Yeah, I want to do book reviews on my YouTube channel. It'd be so
Yeah.
cool. PewDiePie has like a book club where he
Exactly.
just talks about books like in an intellectual way, and they're pretty entertaining. But yeah, I'm still reading.
So you're still reading. Okay.
Have you thought of your
other topics?
Have you thought of your simp moment yet?
I don't think I've simped.
I mean, that's probably a stretch. You probably have. You just can't remember it because you said
I mean,
you
Or
thought everyone is
oblivious
simped.
to it.
No, because like in all honesty, I mean if you wanna, because the only thing comes to mind is like maybe something that happened in like elementary or middle school, but it's like, can you even count that simping? Because I obviously didn't care for the person. Like I was young as a kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'd count that. Like I feel like I was still very immature. I'm still a kid. I don't know what any of that stuff even is. I feel like when you're an adult, like at least in high school, and you're in your like own right mind, especially now at our age, like in our early 20s, it's like at this point you know better than to like simp that hard. But
Well, some people. The problem is you don't know.
what do you
That's the
mean?
biggest problem. You
What do
don't
you
know
mean?
you're doing.
As you're a
it.
kid, dude, and you get older, you start growing like values and morals, and like, you know, I would never do this for a girl, or
And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
'Cause
So I'm saying doing it back in like 6th grade, like if I want to call that my simp moment, I don't know if that's really even a simp moment because I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
yeah.
I'd say if you have the morals and you know what it is, then it's like, okay, yeah, bro, you should have known that, like, not to do that. So you simping.
Well, I mean, I think the problem is too, like, okay, like you're saying that, but then at the same time, a lot of people don't know what to do in the situations that they're in if they haven't been in them. You know?
What do you mean?
You learn through life through experience.
Yeah, exactly. And like Nick was saying, I think everybody's simped at some point. You know?
Yeah, I know.
And then you learn from that, and you're like, yo, like, okay, like I wouldn't do that. You know?
I'd say I haven't simped in my adult life.
Like after 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'd say if you want to count something, if you have a simp story, probably like 8th grade, probably when I was like obsessed with that one girl. Remember?
Yeah.
I'd say that was hardcore simping.
Oh, that
Because
story
that
that
girl,
you told for.
Because that girl didn't like me at all, and like I feel like she found out that I liked her, and I think she just like kept me around because she knew I would like be nice and like do whatever for her. And so I think at that point I was, but then by like 9th grade, 10th grade, I was just like oh yeah, bro, like man, whatever. And I learned from that. So then I'm just like, yeah. So if you want to count that, I'll count that. That's probably the biggest simp moment for myself.
All right, it's like being wrapped around someone's finger.
Pretty much.
You guys think girls could be simped, or like they're
Like
smarter?
girls can simp?
Yeah, like be the one simping.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the same as like getting played.
I
You think
guess
about
so.
it.
Yeah, I'd say for sure. Like if guys can, then girls can.
Yeah.
It's just probably more frequent that guys would, because girls have like not all girls, but I mean yeah, all girls could have this, but not all girls use this, but a lot of girls have like they're able to kind of like wrap guys around their finger very easily and like use them for stuff like our friend be like buying these chicks like food, movies, driving them places, stuff like that.
I mean, messed up if you think I'm gonna pay for somebody.
Yeah, I mean I'd say like if you're gonna like. If you're dating someone, like, okay, yeah, like, I'll pay for this, you pay for the next one, like, stuff like that. But, like, if you're not dating the person, you're just hanging out, like, it's like, bro, why are you doing all this for them?
Yeah.
Like, I can get being
I think
nice
there's girls...
maybe the first time, maybe, but not a lot. If it's just, like, dollar movies, like, or whatever. But if it's continuous and you're, like, driving, like, 20 miles just to pick them up, and you're doing all this stuff, and, like, you're getting nothing out of it, they don't even, like, they don't like you, like, it's just, like...
Well, I mean... I don't know, because like if you say like, oh, you're not getting anything out of it, how does that apply? Just like I guess it depends on what the person's wanting, because if the person just wants them as a friend, which I mean is fine as well, then that's something different. But if they want something more and they're doing all this stuff in hopes that they're gonna be like something like start a relationship or something.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what the definition of the simp is, right? Like they're trying to get like a relationship out of it. They're not just trying to be friends.
Yeah.
Or they're just like attracted to him to some level. But I agree with you, like that. I've had a friend who like hung out with this girl and like paid for her meal, and then like she still hasn't paid him back. I don't even know if she had the intention to. But
I don't think she probably would.
I think most girls, have like a like an expectation, like they expect the guys when you hang out with the guy, regardless on if she's into him or if she's just like, okay, I'll give him a chance, I'll hang out with him. They expect to be paid for and all these things, you know what I mean?
I only expect to pay for someone if I invite them on the date and like it's a date, you know?
Like if it's clear that it's a date.
Yeah. Like if we're just hanging out, like, why the fuck am I gonna pay for your food?
Yeah, exactly. I think too many people mix up dates with just hanging out because they don't make it clear enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've never fallen victim to that. I can say that for sure. Because, 100% success rate.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't got no, like, stories on that or anything I can bring to the table. I don't know about Nate.
I told you.
What do you mean?
When I, like, rode my bike to the...
Oh, yeah, I know that. I mean, like, in terms of, like...
paying for something.
Like, hanging out with someone and paying off them and realizing...
I don't think so. Honestly, I probably never did it just because I'm, like, a cheap ass. I'm just like, I'm not going to pay for another person, bro.
We should have had someone else on this episode.
You got the 100% success rate, but you don't got enough stories.
Well, because, like, bro, like, I haven't done that. Because, like, the first, with my current girlfriend, like, since we started dating, like, it's just been, like, oh, yeah, like, it's just been normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I've never had, like, a time where I hit some girl up, and then we went to go hang out, and then I paid for all their stuff for, like, a couple dates, and then they just ghosted me. Like, that never happened to me. Because, like, the first chick I ever hit up, like, I'm still dating her.
You should have, like, Cody or Michael on here.
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking Cody, because this dude's had, like, since you dropped the name, I'm dropping it. Since you've, so this dude's had probably, like, a handful of girls that he's gone out with and, like, paid money on, and then, like, they just ghost.
We'll have another episode about Inside the Mind of a Simp. We'll just sit
Oh
down
gosh,
and
it's almost like that one video.
Oh,
Is that right?
The life of a simp.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude. Have you seen those like compilations on YouTube where it's like Mordecai Simp compilation?
Yeah.
Those are actually pretty funny.
Oh
my god, dude.
Alright, unless you got anything to add?
Not really. I mean,
That's all I have to say on the matter. We can talk back to Fortnite.
Oh, jeez.
We can go in a Fortnite and knock you down, bro.
I know. Did you ever play Fortnite, or was that Cody that played a lot?
That was Cody. I don't really play
Elijah
video
used
games.
to play with us more back
Yeah.
Because, like, now Elijah just sold all his consoles.
Dude, okay. I mean, so
It's
nah.
like I'm missing out on the season, bro.
No, like, okay. So the reason why I got rid of all my stuff was because, like I said, I wanted to focus on school. And even in doing that, I still have, like, sometimes I still have problems in school, regardless. But I don't know. I just kind of, like, stopped playing video games as a whole, honestly. Like, I don't know. Just, like, find, like, going to the gym and working out and playing basketball stuff, like, more enjoyable, I guess. And honestly, that's usually what I do with my free time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's find better hobbies.
Yeah.
Do it makes you happy.
Exactly.
And I'll keep getting dubs.
Yeah.
Say, well, I keep getting dubs.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have anything else to speak about it then?
About the Simps?
Yeah, I actually didn't expect we'd talk this long about it.
How long have we been talking on Simp?
Probably for like 40 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Okay, let's do some closing remarks on the Simp.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Just don't be a simp. I mean,
That's
obviously,
such-
I feel like
yeah.
at some point, like, there's always going to be some simps and they just make the world go round.
Yeah.
Simps make the world go round.
It just leaves more room for people to be alphas instead of betas. That's like why I like gay people, bro. They get rid of the competition. 2 guys go away, they're happy, and then more girls are left for us, you know?
Oh
You
my
look at this stuff. Plus, they're very stylish, bro.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
come on.
All right. Let's just speak on the Simp life. Let us know
Dude, honestly,
how it is.
I would just say, like, you try and learn
Don't
from your
be a-
mistakes. Like, honestly, just try and learn from your mistakes. If you get caught doing something that you normally wouldn't do for anyone, regardless, even if it's family, then you're not making like sound judgment.
Yeah, bro. Quit thinking with your other head.
Exactly. Yeah. Basically that. Yeah.
I think that's what I think a simp is. I think it's someone who thinks of like those intentions like
Yeah.
at the end of it, but then they just never get anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's most sad.
Yeah.
What do you think can change a simp?
Change them.
Like, if you're a simp,
Enough rejections.
I don't
no,
even
like,
think, no. I
if
don't
you
think
realize
that
you're
would
a
work.
simp in the middle of simping and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you just walk away for it, or like,
Maybe.
I don't know,
think
it's
some
just
people
like-
are so brainwashed. though.
talk to someone and
Like,
just
they
be like,
just think
hey,
they're being normal.
like, I'm paying for all your shit and stuff. Like, what
I
the
think
fuck?
maybe if you tell your friends and they're like, yo, like,
I feel like your friends are always gonna call you out on shit when like you should change on like a pattern of behavior.
you know,
Then,
no,
like,
let's actually kind of talk about that. Like, what's the difference between roasting and like calling somebody out on their stuff? Like, because I know some people will say like, oh no, like roasting is like,
roasting is like
it's just, I think
it's
roasting
just making
should,
fun of
It's like
someone and
playful.
giving like no feedback or value to like help them out. But like if
That's
I
what
call
you think
someone
it is.
out,
Exactly.
if I call someone out like, dude, you're always fucking late and it like messes up the plans, dude. Like you need to change that because it's starting to affect the group dynamic.
yeah.
Then that's like you gave them something to like think about instead of just being like, oh, you're always fucking late. It's like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
because I
let's go."
think like roasting is just like making fun of somebody
Yeah. I
because
think it's
they've
joking.
like caused a problem.
It's
Like,
banter.
I don't want to say caused a problem, but like because they've what's the word I'm looking for? Because they've done something dumb. Like for instance, if you're like running and they like trip and fall, like yeah, that's roast material. Or if you're playing pool,
Yeah, we were
and you
playing
somehow
pool last night.
scratch when the ball is right next to the pocket, then yes, that's roast material.
Dude, I've never seen that happen in my life.
I
Yeah,
agree.
We were playing a pool last night when we all got together, and we ate canes, and then we went to this university bowl place. We were able to get like a pool table because it was really busy, and like, what was the game? Pretty much it was like 1-1, right? All Cody had to do was like shoot.
I don't know. We were in the lead at first, but Cody's multiple scratches gave you guys enough time to come back. But all I know is there was a ball. One of our balls was lined up like it was like an inch away from the hole. You just had to touch it and it was gonna fall in. And I was like, it was literally lined up. The cue ball is right there. And I was like, okay, honestly, bro, just make sure you hit the center of the cue ball in a straight line and just hit it. Like, there's no way you can miss it, bro. Just do that. This dude, he hit the ball to where you do the bounce and it hops. So when you jump over balls,
I think he hit it from underneath. That's
he hit it
why.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he
that.
told
so
me
it,
he
make
went
it
like
go
that.
instead of going straight. So he did that, and he managed to have a ball that's right there. He managed to jump that ball and then have the cue ball scratch and then hit that ball back out into like to where it misses.
Yeah, into the rest of the table.
How? I've never seen that happen in my
So
life.
okay,
untapped
but see, that's
potential.
still roast material. But I mean, like,
Yeah, that's roasting.
yeah, but I don't think. Do you think? Okay, so do you think roasting should be used as a means to like help somebody? Because Nick said no, right?
No.
Because
That's just
roasting
like-
is just like kind of joking
it's just
around, like
jokes,
making.
dude.
Yeah, exactly.
When you call someone out, it's like more serious.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like,
think
you wouldn't have
just-
an intervention with roasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
just
think
feel
if you
like-
want someone to like stop a problem or something, you have to like actually let them know about that.
Yeah.
You can't like roast them on the problem, or else they're gonna think you're just.
And
joking
if
about
they
They're just gonna-
express that they're like upset about something, or if they like are like, dude, like okay, like the joke's gone too far or whatever, just stop, bro. Like really.
Get some help.
No, like honestly, like just stop. Like obviously you can. There are like, even though we joke a lot, like a lot, there are such things as like jokes that go too far.
We have to have squad interventions. We should just do it on the podcast because like,
Oh my gosh,
it's gonna
that's
be
basically
uploaded.
like a group therapy session, honestly.
that's what I wanted to do, bro. We have to call out the capper. We call it the simp.
Now, okay,
to call
now
out
the squad awards,
Flaker.
right? Which hopefully should be coming
No,
sometime
that's gonna
this
be
year.
fun. That's gonna have roasting in it.
That will
It's like,
have
no one wants
roasting
to
in
be
it.
like,
Yeah.
it's like biggest L. It's like I remember your car broke down. It's gonna be. We gotta make it like light and like funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think most of us like just take the roast, and
Yeah.
we're like, but at a certain point, like it gets annoying, and I think most people can tell when someone gets annoyed at something,
Yeah.
and then most people just shut up and they're like, okay, like we're just gonna chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess some people don't get the idea, because there's some people that like, I don't know, because I feel like I feel like we've all like roasted, but then I feel like we all like know like not to roast on certain things. for the
yeah.
most
Things
part.
that are personal or things that that somebody doesn't feel well about.
Yeah.
Like if someone's like pet died.
Like if you had
what's
cancer,
happening,
like, and I was just like, "Oh, cancer head at," or like I'm not gonna. Do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
Like that's crossing the line. Like there's no way I would ever do that.
Oh my God, dude.
Stuff like that. You know?
Corona hit it.
Like, that's like us. Like I think that crossing the line is if that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we give you biggest L award because of that. Like it's like, that's fucked up, man.
Biggest comeback.
Hey,
I made it to
that
the
is
awards
true.
We'll
ceremony.
win biggest comeback next year.
Oh my God, dude. That'd be so messed up.
All right, I think that's really about it. Like all the stuff that we really wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I think roasting's ever gonna stop with our group, or like we're gonna
Bro,
be.
I don't
roasting's
think so.
Always gonna live.
We're gonna be
everyone's gonna
40.
I think
It's like
the name might
osteoporosis hit
change.
it.
Like the name might change a bit. Like instead of roasting, it's just gonna be like, oh, we're just making jokes at each other. or
Busting your
something.
balls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that.
What did Jaden used to say? He used to say, like, "Oh, bro, quit like jacking my dick off," and it's like, bro, what the? Fuck?
That's fucking gay.
He would say that like how you just said busting my balls. He'd be like, bro, he's like, you're fucking jerking my cock, and I was like, what?
It's like pulling my leg.
yeah,
Yeah.
He would say that, and I was like, wait, what?
It's not the same.
Dude, he said that shit like out loud in public. I'm like, dude, shut up. What the
Stupid, man.
Bro.
You're gonna raise your kids to roast our own kids.
I mean, hey, bro, it's probably gonna pass down through the bloodline.
I can't imagine that, honestly.
There's like the superiority, like roasters, and it's like in your blood. And then the people that are like
the roasties.
yeah, that's just in the blood, bro. They can't escape it.
Oh gosh.
Can't change who you are
Yeah,
or
exactly.
what you are.
All right, Nick, do you have any closing remarks?
Just don't be a simp, man.
Again,
And
don't
if you have
be
a friend that is, call them out.
Let them
on it.
know. Yeah, let them know.
Let them know you simping. Okay.
Tell them straight up. You're a simp.
You're a simp. We should make it like
you
a
got
simp.
anyone to call out? Then you want to let them know they're a simp.
Well, I had a friend who like he's with his girlfriend. He's a lot better now, but when they first got together, he would always like drive like 2 or 3 hours like where she lived,
Oh yeah.
bro. Like every weekend, bro. And he would spend like a lot of money on gas, and we saw him a lot less. And like he even
Call the bitch
promised, he honestly,
Call that bitch out.
Don't.
I already
don't
called
do
him
it.
out in real life. I don't
Yeah.
even do it on a podcast.
I don't even know who that is.
But like he promised at the end of this past year he was gonna spend more time with us. I didn't see him all through January, and then I just like said like, bro, like we don't see you at all, and like everyone in the group like doesn't like you about it.
They don't like you.
They don't like you because of it.
Damn.
Like they're mad. Yeah, dude. People would just roast him behind his back, and like I was just like, all right, dude, someone's just gotta tell him like,
Yeah.
just make time for both of us, and it won't be that big a problem. And he's fixing it out. We played basketball with him the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
So you can kind of put it together.
Yeah. So 2 and 2. Hopefully.
Put simp and simp together. Nah.
Simp.
So yeah, if you're an ex-simp out there, glad you learned your lesson. I'm gonna make sure my kid's not a simp. I'm gonna make sure he gets an experience of being a simp, and then I'll be like, all right, look,
gets
he did.
experience being a simp.
Yeah, you need one.
You have to
experience
learn.
like,
You
teach
have
how
to
do
learn.
it.
Yeah, because some people won't learn
If I
until
just
they've
tell
been
him what
through
it
it.
is,
Yeah.
how's he gonna be able
Like,
to tell
oh,
You gotta hire like a child actor, like a girl,
oh my god,
Dude, that's too
for
elaborate.
him to simp over.
I don't want to fuck my kid up.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Let him know.
He's like, why are you talking with her?
All right.
I think that's about it.
Okay, you can sign us out, Nick.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on our social medias. We have more episodes coming in the works. We just need to organize a lot of it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the Squad Awards, in all honesty, is going to come around May. Just because
yeah, that sounds.
there's a lot of planning, and it's not as easy as just sitting down and shooting. We got to get trophies. People got to get suits. They got to get fitted.
We're getting suits.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Or at least dress your Sunday's best.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think that would have came out. That might have been this week's episode, but we had people going out of town and then other people that are busy.
Oh, yeah, I'm
things.
leaving to New York tomorrow, where they just declared a state of emergency because of the corona. So
Let's go.
go to my YouTube channel because I'm gonna vlog.
Let's go.
Are you gonna vlog it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, so the return of Nick's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Nick Barrera, right?
Yeah.
Nick Bars.
Nick Bars. I kind of just like. I used to like be so pressured to like put stuff on my YouTube channel, but I kind of just make it when I want now.
Yeah, exactly. It's your YouTube
it feels
channel.
so much better.
It's
You
yours.
gotta go hard, Nick.
I know. I went hard like my freshman year, honestly. I put a lot of stuff on.
It's your YouTube channel, Nick.
Right.
You can decide what you want to put on there.
All right, so subscribe to Nick for that, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
All right.